Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name's Becca. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. As you saw by the title of today's video, I'm going to be talking about how I stay organized in nursing school. I felt like this would be a really helpful video because I do feel like I am a fairly organized person as far as schedules and schoolwork go. And I don't know, I just really like organizing things. It's just kind of a fun thing for me. I felt like this would be a perfect video to film and to help any of you that maybe aren't really into organizing, or maybe you're just looking for tips and tricks and things to help you stay organized during nursing school. Just a little bit of background. I am in my third of 4 semesters of an accelerated RN BSN program. I would say that I have quite a lot of experience in organization during nursing school because I've made it this far and I have never missed an assignment or a deadline or a clinical or anything like that. If you're excited, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and as your way of helping me out for providing this video, don't forget to subscribe. My goal is to hit 10K. There's gonna be quite a few different organization things I do. So the first thing that I want to talk about is my calendar and the organization I use for that. I'm actually going to show you my January just because we're currently in February, just so that you kind of see what we're aiming for. For starters, I have a lot of calendars, but one of my favorite forms, and also one that I feel keeps me the most organized, is having a paper calendar. This is the specific one that I have. It's from Target. I love it. I get it every year. One of my favorite things is the color coordination and also just like the little doodles at the top. I try to make it kind of fun. So this is February's, and then today I'm gonna do March. We are gonna fill out this calendar together. You can grab your calendar or you can just continue to watch the video and we will go through how I stay organized through my paper calendar. The first thing that you're gonna wanna do is grab your laptop or whatever you pull up your work schedule on. Also, if you have a note of specific dates that you needed to remember, I know I've been trying to do that because sometimes it'll be if I find out in January that I have a field trip in March, I'm gonna have to search all around for that information again, and it's just random things like that that I just want to remember and have written down so that I can take them out of my brain and put them into a different source. From this point, I'm gonna pull up my work calendar on my laptop. Now that I have my laptop and my phone, I'm actually going to do the little doodles at the top first. This is one of my favorite parts. So what I like to do is just Google March doodles. Honestly, super simple, and then it'll pull up these cute little drawings, and then I just pick and choose a few that are relevant for March and I just doodle them here on my little calendar. That's what I'm gonna work on right now. My doodles are done and I try to keep them super simple, so literally they look like this. Just kind of festive, you know? And then the next thing that I do is go over them in pen, and I'll link the exact pens that I use because I love these pens so much. I swear by them. But now I'm going to go over my drawings so that they can also dry by the time that I want to color them. The next thing that I am going to do is write out my work schedule. Sometimes I do it in pencil first, sometimes I just do it in pen, but I'm actually going to do it in pencil first, and I'm going to write down all the days that I work, just the start time, because I usually know when the shift is over, depending on when I start. And then I'm going to write down Tanner's work schedule. We both use this. I feel like I write down a lot more of my things on it. Tanner can write down whatever he wants on it, but I feel like I use it more. And then I'm going to write down birthdays because there's quite a few birthdays in March. And then I'm going to write down the extra things that I was talking about. Now that I have written down all the things, and I'm not going to show it because, I like to have some privacy in my life. The next thing that I'm going to do is go over all of that information with the pen, and then the fun part comes in where I bring in colors. I have all these fun colors, and I will link the exact pens that I use. They're Heathrow pens, and I got them at a really, really good deal on Amazon. Linked on my Amazon storefront, but essentially I will just highlight the text. So for example, I'll show you in January. I just highlight the words. I'm gonna do that same thing make it all colorful. And something that I like to do is just choose colors that are like, it'll be March, so definitely green. Kind of warming up in March typically, so more of like spring purple colors. This is probably the color scheme I'm gonna go with for March. Now I get to color it. That is how I do my monthly calendar, and I feel like it really helps me to stay organized. I think what's really helpful about it is that instead of keeping these dates all in my head, I can put it out on paper and then I don't have to think about it anymore. And then I can just always refer to my calendar if I'm not sure what's going on the next week or in like 2 weeks or something like that. Obviously, that's what a calendar is for. Now we're going to talk about the next thing that I like to do to stay organized. Moving on with different strategies and things that I use to stay organized in nursing school. The rest of these examples are electronic related. I'm gonna have a little screen right here so that you can see what I'm talking about and what I'm doing. I tend to keep a lot of organization through my iPad, and in other videos I've gotten quite a few questions asking which iPad I use and all of the things. If you go into my Amazon storefront, I have it linked in my nursing school folder. If you are interested in the exact iPad I have, that is where you'll find it with all of the different gigabytes and size and generation and things like that. I do a lot of things on my iPad. This doesn't mean that you have to have an iPad to be organized in nursing school. This is just what has worked best for me since being in the program. And what I really like is that, say I am going somewhere and I want to study, I can just grab my iPad because it has my to-do list, my planner, my schedule, and then all the content from classes. I always have this when I'm going to school, when I'm studying, anything school related, my iPad is with me. That is what I really love about being organized through my iPad. I know some people do better having organization through their phones, such as using Google Calendar or notes or reminders or things like that. Personally, that works for other things, but as far as school related, it's all on my iPad. And then just a side note before we do get started, I use Notability for all things school related. I know a lot of people like GoodNotes. Personally, Notability is what works best for me, and just trial and error. If you don't use Notability, you could probably use these same tips that I am talking about, but as far as demonstration goes, Notability is what I know, and that's going to be what I'm showing today. I don't pay for a subscription or anything, just know that information. And then let's just get right into the little tutorial. I have two things that I use pretty much daily/weekly to stay organized. So the first thing I'm going to show you is my week at a glance. So as you can see, it's my weekly planner. This is the layout that works best for me, and then a little month in the bottom and then little notes. And I will show you how to get one too. Press the make a new note button, and then you're going to click the little 3 dots up here and you're going to click templates. These are some that you might want. It's just from your gallery, but I like to browse more and just see if there's anything that would be better for me as far as aesthetics and just the way that I want to have things organized. So I'm just gonna pull an example because, you know, I already have one, but this is what you would do. So say I want a weekly planner. So I'm gonna type here, weekly planner. There are quite a few cute ones. The one that I use is from Notability, I believe. These people were so kind and made some to share with all of us. So I really love the aesthetics of this one. So I'm gonna click on it and then I'm going to open it just to see the whole thing, what it would look like. I really like it. I like how it has all the days separately and then it has notes. It's very straightforward. And I'm gonna press save and use, and then I'm going to go out and then it's right here. So that's how you create one, and that's how you can start using it in your Notability app. I update mine every Sunday, so just in preparation for the new week, and I'll actually show you how I go about that. Back onto the one that I have. Again, if you want this exact one, I just went through the templates like I showed you, and then I think Notability is the person that made it. See how it says Notability down here versus the other ones have like people that made theirs. Let me show you how I go about the organization. So say it's Sunday and I'm going to start organizing my week. But we're gonna do the first, this is not accurate, but I'm just showing you kind of what I do. third. It's the third month. And then I go through each day and I start thinking about things that I have on those days and writing them down. So for example, Mondays I have off, so it's just studying. Tanner is going to be working. So I also write important things about Tanner's schedule that I want to remember and know if they're applicable to me as well. For example, when he goes to work, it's applicable to me, and so I write that stuff down. Also things that I just feel are important, like somebody's birthday, or if I have like a doctor's appointment, Tanner has a doctor's appointment. Because we're married, it's just like our schedules are kind of the same. Then I go on to Tuesday and say I'm like working from 6 to 4, and then say I have a fitness class at 5. And sometimes I'll do it in military time just so that I don't get confused. Also, it's good practice for me because healthcare is in military time. I just go through each day. I write down things that are going to be applicable for that day. I don't go too far ahead, as you can see, because I have my paper monthly planner. Sometimes when I'm feeling overwhelmed, I can just look at a weekly glance and it helps me to know, okay, like let's take it day by day. Let's not get too overwhelmed and too stressed out. And because I'm looking at this a lot more often than my monthly planner, it helps me to stay organized and feel capable of conquering my goals and things that I need to do each day. This is what I do. You kind of get the idea. I'm not going to go through the whole thing because don't need to right now. So I check this pretty often, and something that I also do, so say today is Tuesday the 2nd, I'm going to go and erase everything from Monday so that I can see that my week is clearing out and that things are getting done. We're taking it day by day. It helps me to be able to digest the busy schedule that I have and just everything going on. It's just been super helpful, and this is actually something that I started recently, and I've loved the organization of it and how it helps me to feel less overwhelmed with my weekly schedule, because sometimes in nursing school you just have to take it day by day, week by week, and it can be very, very challenging, especially when, for me, I feel like I'm crawling to the finish line. Every week is just another like milestone, so it's very helpful to have a weekly planner. The next thing that I like to do is this beautiful thing, and it actually happens to be my spring break this coming week. This is why I have this cute little doodle at the top. This is something that I love so much. It helps me to stay organized. If you take anything away from this video, I would take this. Essentially, I just have opened up a new notebook page in Notability. Nothing too special. It is just my classes. What I have done is I have written down all of the classes I'm enrolled in for the semester. I'm currently in 5 classes. I write them down, and then every Monday and then every Friday I update this list with different things. What I mean by that is that on Monday I'll go through and I'll write down everything that I want to accomplish during the days between Monday and Friday. So it's like a weekday to do. I really wanted to be like a to-do list girl and have it on paper and be so cute, but that just did not work for me. I think that at the end of the day I was not getting everything that I wanted to get done accomplished, and I was writing things that weren't super necessary, and honestly it just didn't work for me. This is why I created this, but I will make a list of all the things I want to accomplish before I update it again, which in my head I know it's Monday to Friday and then Friday to Sunday. Right now, this is everything I want to accomplish between Monday and Friday of spring break. I'll go through each class, and I also sometimes will have Canvas pulled up as I'm filling this out. I will go and write down like, oh, my clinicals, and then my care plan. And sometimes I'll even put due dates if they're due sometime between the week, like due Tuesday, March 7th. And then I'll go and highlight that in like red so that I know that that needs to be done and prioritize that over other things on the list, so that when I go to sit down, be productive, study, I can just take a look at this and say, all right, what's priority number 1? which class is most important right now, which class has a quiz or an exam or an assignment coming up the soonest. All right, once I've conquered that, what class do I feel like I need to study the most in? Which class do I feel like I'm pretty ahead in, so it could be my last priority? I really just go and prioritize things once I take a glance at my class to-dos. Once I have accomplished something, I will go and erase it. Okay, I've done this. So I'll go in and erase it like that. And it just helps me to feel like I'm getting things done, but not overwhelmed with a daily to-do list. That's just what works for me right now. Another tip going along with this is to try to stay ahead in your classes. I know before I started spring semester, I already had one didactic class finished, which let me tell you was game changing. Started the first day of spring semester one class down. If that is something that you can do it, because it will save you in the long run. And I know that it sucks to do schoolwork when you're on break, but you will thank yourself later, especially when you're stressing out about an exam and you know that you don't have to finish an assignment that maybe other people in your cohort need to accomplish because that class is over. It's just very relieving and well worth it. And then, like I said, every Friday I will erase everything that's left and I will write down all the things I want to accomplish between Friday and Sunday night. Monday morning I'll go in and write a whole new to-do. So that is everything as far as my iPad organization goes. And then the other thing that I like to do is on my laptop. As far as my laptop goes, this is the organization that I have. I have these cute little desktop icons, and all of these you're seeing are from Julia C. Christ. So go check out her website. And then I actually made this background on a drawing app. So I made this. As you can see, these ones are classes that I'm in, and I update this for every semester because obviously I'm in different classes. Some are the same though because I have professional roles from semester 1 to semester 4. These are just super helpful for me because if I have documents, I like to stay organized with them and put them in their required folders if I feel that I'm going to need them later or want to reference them at some point. These folders just help me keep organized as far as life goes, not specifically for nursing school, but some, like this one's for school and this one's for school. And then something that I also do to try to stay organized is I have my little tabs at the top here, and my nursing school one has all of these. For example, my mail, my email, my school, my Canvas, APA, if you know, you know, and then UWorld and just little school related things. And I feel like that also really helps me because I know where all of those tabs are for important things like UWorld and Canvas and my email, and it's just really quick to get there if I need to access something. That is actually everything I wanted to show you for my laptop organization. I don't want this video to be too long, so one more thing that I want to add is to be prepared for things the night before. So something that's really helped me to stay organized and on time for clinicals, class, and you know, just different things is having everything laid out the night before. The night before I have to wake up at 5 for a clinical. I'll have my scrubs laid out, my badge, my shoes, my socks, literally down to my socks. I'll have my lunch packed because there's no way I'm scrambling to make proper healthy lunch at 5 a.m. With all of this being said, I hope that you took something away from it. Maybe you got a new tip to use or something that you want to try out, or organization tips. Obviously very important to start working on organization tips while you're in school because when you're a nurse, you're gonna have a lot of patients to take care of, think about, that all have their own things going on. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos by me, and don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed. I will be responding to comments. I respond to all my comments, so don't forget to comment down below if you have any questions or comments, and I will see you all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys!